Have you ever tried to debug your app, only to find yourself tangled in wires and connections? It can be a real hassle, especially with devices like the Apple TV 4K that don't even have a USB port. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into wireless debugging in Xcode 9 with iOS 11 and tvOS 11. I totally get it. Wireless debugging can feel daunting, especially if you're used to the traditional methods. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. Many developers are navigating the same waters, and I'm here to help you through it. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, how do I perform wireless debugging in Xcode 9 with iOS 11 and Apple TV 4K? This is a common scenario since the Apple TV 4K lacks a USB port, making wireless debugging essential. Let's explore how to set this up. So why is wireless debugging important? It allows you to test your apps on devices without being tethered to your computer. This is especially useful for Apple TV, where physical connections are limited. Understanding this will help you appreciate the convenience of wireless debugging. And stick around. I have a fantastic tip at the end that will make your wireless debugging experience even smoother. To begin wireless debugging with Xcode 9, the user needs to ensure that both their Mac and Apple TV are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. This is crucial for establishing a connection. Next, the user should open Xcode and navigate to the Window menu. From there, they need to select Devices and Simulators to access the device management interface. In the Devices and Simulators window, the user should see their Apple TV listed under the Devices section. They need to select it and then click on the Connect via Network checkbox. After enabling the network connection, the user can now run their app on the Apple TV. They should select the Apple TV as the target device in Xcode and click the Run button. Finally, the user can start debugging their app wirelessly. They will be able to set breakpoints and inspect variables just like they would with a wired connection. Fun fact, did you know that the first Apple TV was released in 2007? It's amazing how far we've come with wireless technology since then. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach for wireless debugging in Xcode 9 is to access the Xcode Help menu. You can navigate to Run and Debug, then select Network Debugging for more detailed information. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. An alternative approach shared by a user involves connecting your iPhone via its IP address. If Xcode doesn't recognize your device over Wi-Fi, right-click on your iDevice in the Devices and Simulators window. Then select Connect via IP address and enter your iPhone's IP. This method successfully enabled wireless debugging for them. Now, let's see a response from a different user. For wireless debugging, ensure your Mac and iPhone or device are on the same network. You can create a hotspot on either your Mac or your iPhone to connect the two. Once connected, open Xcode, go to Window, then Devices and Simulators. Select the Devices tab and click Connect via Network to enable wireless debugging. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. One alternative approach for wireless debugging involves first connecting your iOS device to your Mac using a Lightning cable. Make sure to select Trust this computer on your device. Next, open Xcode and navigate to Window and then Devices and Simulators. From there, select your device and check the Connect via Network option to pair it. Finally, you can run your project after disconnecting the Lightning cable, allowing for wireless debugging. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. One user faced issues with connecting their device due to network SSID broadcasting being turned off. They discovered that even though they could connect by entering the SSID manually, the device wouldn't show the globe icon for wireless debugging. Once they enabled SSID broadcasting, they were able to connect using the Connect via IP address option. Here's that fantastic tip I promised. Always keep your devices updated. Regular updates can improve connectivity and performance, making your debugging experience smoother. And there you have it. You're now equipped to perform wireless debugging in Xcode 9 with iOS 11 and Apple TV 4K. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.